It is now time for our Muni moment, and today we're talking about Newark, New Jersey. The city is making a bid for Amazon's second headquarters and trying to lure the tech company out there while also trying to lower crime and restore the city's financial health. Newark Mayor Baraka, he's a Democrat, became mayor back in 2014. He joins me now. Thanks for making the trip into New York City for us. I wanted to talk about some of the news of the day. Amazon's second headquarters. You recently sort of sweetened your bid, offering about $1 billion in tax breaks. I want to talk about sort of how you can afford that while also looking at some of the investment that Amazon would contribute to Newark to help you out as well.
Well, these are tax breaks over a period of years, and this is actually is nothing out of the ordinary. We give corporations tax abatements, which is what we're talking to Amazon about, tax abatements or payroll tax abatements as well if they hire a certain percentage of Newarkers, if they invest a certain amount of money into our economy, which includes jobs, which includes development. And we expect the same thing from Amazon, particularly a company that is saying they're going to bring 50,000 jobs. And that's just the primary jobs, not counting all the other kind of ancillary jobs that will be created because of that.
You also had a similar program, I believe, a payroll tax, where you said that you would create a tax exemption for about $2 billion if a company came in, created about 30,000 jobs, and invested about $3 billion in Newark over a 20-year period.
Right.
How do you also sort of assess the economic impact of that?
Well, so all of it is together, the tax abatement and the payroll tax abatement, so it equals $2 billion. The payroll tax is the only tax that we have that no other city in the state has. We actually tax employers for their employees in the city. So we give them an abatement usually for all Newarkers that they hire. So what we're saying is that if you hire a certain amount of Newarkers, Amazon will give you the tax exemption for those employees that you hire. And we hopefully that it stabilizes families. Those families choose to live in Newark. They invest in our economy. It kind of, helps our city grow the way we need it to grow.
And speaking of how the city can grow, I want to talk a little bit about the city's financials. You came in, one of the first things you did was close the budget deficit there. How are you also trying to help strengthen the city's financials without having to do layoffs either?
Well, you have to grow the economy. You have to bring more people into the city, invite more businesses like Amazon. I mean, businesses are coming to Newark, whether you're talking about Mars, has come to Newark, Broadridge, other companies. We have about $4 billion worth of development happening in the city now. So there's a lot of investment, a lot of growth happening in our town, which helps our economy grow, putting people to work, getting more taxes in, help us close the deficit without laying people off.
You had some pretty harsh words, though, for the business community initially. How have you sort of repaired the way the business community interacts with the local people on the ground to create a better working environment for everyone?
Well, the business community is working in conjunction with most of the things we're doing. We're doing something called Newark 2020, where the business community has committed to hiring a certain number of local Newark residents over a period of years, and they're going to continue to do that. The local universities committed to making sure they create pipelines for Newark residents to go into these universities. So we have a collaboration in Newark that probably has not existed in a long time, if at all. So people are working together to make sure that we improve everyone's plight in the city, not just a few.
Quickly, how do we fix New Jersey transit and infrastructure? That is the buzzword these days.
I would be a genius and a billionaire if I could figure that out. But at the end of the day, we need folks to invest in New Jersey transit infrastructure, not just the state government, but the federal government as well. You're talking about millions of people move from along the Northeast Corridor through New Jersey Transit, through Amtrak to get to New York, back and forth and all through New Jersey. We need super investment, commitment from the state and the federal government to get this done.